everyone, I'm Anissa, founder of Popular Magazine, and today I have a special guest. His name is Shamon, and he's the founder and mentor of Scientific Faith. Hi Shamon, how are you?
Hi Anissa, wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. I have this many surprises for you with this person, Shamon. He's going to teach you how to live your best life. So who are you, Shamon?
Well, I'm just a kid from Chicago. I was born in 1977 and from war-torn refugee parents who escaped at that time a war in the Middle East, and first generation, and the founder of Scientific Faith, which is essentially a movement of identity, help us find ourselves, ground ourselves, and especially navigate in the world a little bit easier.
So your name is Shamon. Shamon. Yes. So what is the meaning behind the name Shamon? What does it mean?
Well, my full name is George Edwards Shamon Malik, and it's a lot of names for anyone to say. So the reason why Shamon stuck with me is, first, it means Simon in English, and there's many variants of it. But the main thing that spoke to me is that Shamon chose me. I like George, but Shamon means to be heard in Aramaic and in Hebrew, and how ironic that I'm trying to be heard, so I think it chose me.
And Popular Magazine chose him because it's a platform where people need to be heard, and it's great advice that you need to hear, really. So talking about advice, talking about being a mentor, talking about being the founder of Scientific Faith, Scientific Faith. I have a question. You didn't start that Scientific Faith alone. Shamon is not building by himself all alone.
No,
there's always somebody behind. There's people behind you.
Absolutely.
Who is behind you?
Tell me. That's great.
Strengths behind.
Absolutely, because identity is a root. And to know the fruits, you would have to know the roots. And that is exactly what I am. I'm a fruit of an old root from Mesopotamia. My aunt is Margaret George Malik. She's a legendary female Peshmerga fighter in the 60s. She fought against tyranny, against oppression of minorities, and then she was assassinated at the age of 27. So my lineage of rabbis and priests and revolutionist leaders who fought for the people, I guess, has continued, and now I'm just a product of that seed that was born in a cradle of civilization.
So how did you, at what point, it's in your blood obviously, but at what point you said, okay, now I'm going to do that, I'm going to help humanity, I'm going to create Scientific Faith? Did you have people around you, a special one, motivate you? Or how did it really start?
It started all, and it always will start to the audience and to everyone within self. The special person that triggered this was self, and that's the trigger in everyone's life, is themselves. We can't look for anything outside of us to trigger it. It will always be something within. It started in the 90s. I had spent about a decade applying this formula, which was algorithm, into sales, and I did tremendously well on a dollar scale, and really great success with people. And one moment I thought, this gift is not for me to enjoy for myself. This must be a greater calling. How can I apply this to help people? And I thought that instead of applying it individually, I would give it out as a tool to help others use it the way I've had. The success I received and got from it was not an education success or success from schooling or teaching. It was organic. I believe that if the people understand their identity, like a lion, when he's born, knows to grow into himself, and an eagle understands to fly naturally. Ourselves as well. Who you are and where you're going, that'll make life more efficient. Now, success is not guaranteed, but it does give us a fair start, a fair chance of balance at this thing called life. Identity is that. And from there, we went into writing a book, which is called The Owner's Manual, which will be starting a publication hopefully by quarter 4 of 2022, and then more importantly, and really something we're very proud of and has been in works since 2016, is the app, the LTD app, which is essentially something coming out in 2022, which is a tool that'll help give us essentially a wand in life and attract the things that we want. So the law of attraction an application literally, and in the palm of our hands. So
that's a great project. We will talk more about that application very soon. It's very interesting. It deserves another interview for that because there's a lot to know about it. But it's very useful, so stay tuned about that application. We'll talk about it. Okay?
absolutely, thanks, thank you.
Okay, so Scientific Faith is a great project. And I think you need strength, you need to be surrounded very well to conduct this project very well. So I guess you must have people around you that support you, any special person, any special people that's behind you, behind your project.
Oh, absolutely. There's a saying that I'm totally confused by when they say self-made. Nobody is self-made. From the top to the bottom, every single person on a team is vital. My inspiration, source of strength is my circle, which becomes my square, which is a foundation, and that would be the co-founder and my life partner, Aline George. She's been my rock, inspired me, has allowed me to make errors and to learn. And seeing her generation and the generation in front of us was my reason. She's my inspiration, my muse to do this.
Beautiful.
I just want to see children like her in the future be able to express themselves and find themselves and have confidence in which identity gives somebody. So the people around me, I can go on and name many other people like yourself in the magazine. And I'm omitting and leaving out a plethora of names, but Aline George is truly my rock and the co-founder of the movement, and she has given me authority and allowed me to give myself to the people.
And Mikey.
Absolutely, and I call him my uncle, Michael Schumann. Like I said, there's the chosen family, and that's family, and these are the chosen. And they're magic, and without them, I'd be drowning. So
I believe that too. There's no self-made. I really believe that you need to be surrounded with the right people in order to be in a successful path.
Absolutely.
In order to be successful, and also I describe you as a. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I feel. As a path founder, I feel like you're somebody who can help people to find their path, to find their way. And this month on Popular Magazine, we are focusing a lot on mental health awareness because we are approaching the holidays.
Mental health is truly something that's vital in our life. It's the foundation. If you're mentally stable and happy within, truly happy. I don't mean smiling all the time, but properly balanced within, comfortable mind and spirit. That is the balance, the foundation of life. And I believe identity would be key, especially during the chaos and negativity around us. I want to go back to the great African proverb that says, to go fast, you can go alone, but to go far, you take others with you. I believe that's true. Speaking on self-made, moving into mental health, identity allows us to be grounded. To know thyself will not cause fear when everything around us is truly up for grabs, because we do have uncertainty today around the world, and not just in our states, around the world, being restrictions, staying away from family, that is causing a lot of stress. And remember, a boat in a very violent waters is also surrounded by stress. The secret is not to let it in, meaning don't let that negativity in. It's the only time your ship will sink. So
pretty hard sometimes.
Absolutely, it is very difficult. It is absolutely difficult. But then everything in life is difficult, and we are not born excellent, but habit. And we do not create our future either. Our habits do. So if you want bigger muscles, you work out. If you want to be a better reader, you read more. So it is not easy. Life is not easy, but that's all right. As long as we have the proper tools to help navigate, I think the best we can do is the best we can do.
And what would you say about those who are alone during those holidays? what would you say to them to comfort them and give them a good piece of advice?
You're not alone. You're not alone, even though you may be by yourself. You can open your door, knock on your neighbor's door, make friends with the person that you're not talking to anymore, reconcile with the people that you have for whatever reason a difference, and truly maybe keep your opinion in the holidays open, meaning you separate yourself every time you establish a title. Free yourself from all titles, and again, you're never alone, even if you're by yourself. And there are some people who are surrounded by a plethora of humans, an audience, and still very lonely. So just know that all things pass, including the bad. And if, like Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going, because it does end. The storm does pass, and rainbows and sunshine. So, but you're not alone, never.
Thank you. That's beautiful advice. Like it. I would love to hear your recommendation. What type of music, what kind of artist you recommend to people to listen to be in a great mood for the holiday season?
I personally would suggest frequency, frequency energy or classical. And frequency, I don't mean a one-size-fits-all. Soon in 2022, we do have sound frequency, which will align with each individual. But frequency, whatever resonates with you spiritually, I think that's detox, because words paint pictures, and words can create action within the body, and it'd be no different than moving around, and that would create stress. So personally, I would say a frequency sound, just to whatever speaks or resonates with you, and you'll find it. And you'll see that in different times of the day, different moments, you'll need certain frequencies which balances your chakra.
Different
so
numbers, yes.
yeah, absolutely.
The 174, the 528, they all have numbers, hertz.
Yes.
So they apply for any mood you want to be in, right?
Absolutely, and even more specific. It just the formula is not out yet, but there is a algorithm that works with each individual based on their LTD. Just like different smells and plants and perfumes and fragrances align with us.
What is LTD?
LTD is the formula of the movement. The LTD is the identity part. That is the ancient formula we put together that's going to help align and give us an insight and help navigate in this thing we call life.
I want to close this interview by asking you to resume, really. Somebody who's now watching us and he saw the title, he read the title, Live Your Best Life with Shamon. Just a little bit of just how can I live my best life? How can I behave to live my best life? What was the ultimate advice would you give?
Know thyself. From there, organically, everything else will happen. A lion, when it's a cub, is born, and it just grows into itself. No schooling needed. A fish born knows to swim. So, but it would have to know what it is, because if a bird spends its life running, it will struggle compared to those who soar. So it's very important, although you have legs and you may have wings, to know what they're for. Know thyself. Aristotle, Socrates, every wise guru, teacher, master before us has always said, the beginning of all wisdom is knowing thyself, who you are, your root, and then you'll know the fruit. From walking now to talking, from talking to teaching, speaking. I mean, imagine that. We were in diapers. So the past, no matter how ugly your past is, who cares? It couldn't be uglier than diapers. So get out of the diapers, get past that, get up and walk, fall if you have to 1,000 times, but don't give up. Like a child, keep going. Like a child, not better, not like an adult, but like a child. Fall and get up, fall and get up, over and over. And then you end up wherever you go.
I just want to say something. I'm grateful because when I was born, I was bald, I had no teeth, I had incontinence.
Perfect.
So I'm grateful.
Diapers. In diapers. Here we are. Now she's hosting and interviewing magazines, and from no teeth and no talking to host.
Voila.
I love it. Voila.
Well, thank you so much, Shamon. It's a great pleasure to have you. I'm very thankful to get to know you, and I'm glad the way we connected, and you were meant to be here today, and I'm glad.
Likewise.
Really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So everybody, don't forget to subscribe to the channel Pump It Up Magazine. Visit our website, pumpitupmagazine.com, and we'll have more surprise in January. Stay tuned.
And what's on your mind is on its way.
Yes, it is.